Here we go, back out in the Hackney Marshes. Sunny day today, the sun's shining, it's warm. We're getting to that point where we're coming there to the end of the winter. Of course, we still got February to go, and once we get more into March times, things will start staying brighter for longer, starts getting warmer, everything will start blooming back out again. But the topic I want to touch on today was this one. How precious is life to every single person on this planet? You see, from the day when our mother gave birth to us to the moment when you reach the grave, the bottom of the sea, or wherever your end may be, until you reach the end, between that gap where you're alive, we must focus on what's truly important in our life. We must learn how to enjoy life and do the things that truly matters. But unfortunately, we live in a place where a lot of people don't truly understand and truly appreciate that this life, this is like a miracle. This thing is precious. This is like amazing to be able to be here and experience such a phenomenon, to be just here. But the problem with people is a lot of people have this immortality in their mind, this immortal mindset where they feel like they're always here forever. But even this, what we see, one day we're never going to see it again. So the problem is with people, if life is precious to you, you must invest in the things that truly matters to you. Of course, everything's in twos. Everything has its polarity. You got the masculine, you got the feminine, you got light, you got darkness, you got above, you got below, you got the left, you got the right, fast, slow. Yes, they're just two extremes of the same thing. It's just the degree of it was different. But the thing is that human beings must understand. When you was 5 years old, how happy were you as a child? Like, how much joy did you have? Did you even have a care in the world? When you reached the age of 10 years old, how much joy did you have? Like, how were you? When you reached 15 years old, how were you? Those days you was going through primary school, secondary school, when you went into college, how were you those days? Like, how did you feel? Young, energetic, joyful, carefree, no worries in the world. You could live life and just enjoy what you had to do. But unfortunately, a lot of people, they focus on the things that don't matter. And this is where the issue is. A lot of people wake up in the morning and they think about negativity. They express negativity. Even when they drink and eat, sleep, awake, is all negative. That's no good for you. Because when you look at this life carefully, one day you're never going to see it. It may be sunny today, but there's someone who's going to go sleep tonight and they ain't going to see this tomorrow. You may be that person who may woke up tomorrow but never wake up the day after. But the other person woke up the day after. You see, this is not forever. So we must know how to know from experience, what is it like to be joyful? What is it like to be miserable? What is it like to be positive? What is it like to be negative? And know how to invest into the right things. Like, for example, what you focus on is what expands. Where your attention goes is where your energy goes. And chi follows mind. You see, when you understand that you're in the physical, this one is only having a limited experience, but the spirit inside of you is eternal. If you was in your spirit body, you wouldn't have to worry, because that's your eternal body, you're always here. But this is the spirit, what's in the physical, having a physical experience. So when you think about it, careful when you wake up. You must be in the present, not focusing about being the past or being in future. And when I mean by past and future, I mean your memories is always about things that's happened in the past. You're not accessing memories what's in the future, it's always in the past. And your future is all based on imagination, if you know what I mean by that. So where we are at this moment, when you wake up, you must understand to invest things into things what truly matter, where it's truly important. When's the last time you truly smiled? When's the last time you had joy in your life? Now, if you look at the ratio between joy and misery and take a look at it, you'd be like, that guy's right. There's more misery than the joy. So look at the ratio between joy and misery. Look at the ratio between happiness and sadness within yourself. Because a lot of people, especially where I am in London, they wake up in the morning miserable, they're just expressing bad energy, they ain't got nothing good to say, they're just attacking each other every single day. That's no good. Because if you ask yourself, how old are you going to be 20 years later? A lot of people I see who are negative, most of the people I see are probably in between like their 30s and 40s. If you said 20 years from now, how old are you going to be? You're going to be up in your 50s, 60s, still miserable, still bitter. In this life, when you are conscious that you're only here for a limited time, you need to learn how to invest it in the things that truly matters, in the things that makes you happy. Because everything that you do in life is in what? In the pursuit of happiness, right? You're not in the pursuit of sadness, are you? Everything that you're doing, the job that you're getting, the career, everything that you do, if you're a content creator, anything that you do, it's all in the pursuit of happiness. When you have your woman, your kids, it's all in the pursuit of happiness. However, a lot of people is just miserable. But the few things I can say is this: you're not attracting what you want, you're attracting what you are. Where your attention goes, your energy goes. What you focus on is what expands. And if your desire is higher, then your competence is no good, because your competence must be higher than your desire. And the thing is, where the problem is, it's not to have high expectation or attachment to outcome. Because when those things don't happen, what happens? You're more likely going to end up becoming pessimistic. And that's no good for you. So the main issue in life is that life is not happening the way you think it should happen. And that's the main problem that most people on this planet suffers. Because if life is not happening, it equals a problem. If the model of the world is not matching that reality, then it's like then it's no good. But if the model of the world actually matches the reality, it's like ding ding, then it's a tick. But the thing is about this life, you must see these first things. When I woke up today, I was able to see, I was able to smell, I was able to taste, I was able to hear, I was able to feel. Look at those things. I'm able to walk. My fingers, they work. Your organs are functioning. You need to look at yourself. All this happened today. There's those who may woke up the next day, had an arm cut off, a leg cut off, or eye missing, or a finger missing, or a toe missing. Even if you're that person who only had one leg, at least having that one leg is better than no leg. Because at least you can still get the crutch and you still got that one leg to go on. So these are the things that we must look at. We must look at. You may look at it and go, oh, I don't like my hair, it's too curly. At least you got hair. There's people out there that wish they had hair. oh, I don't like the way my beard is, at least you got a beard. Because what you may see as a problem can be a next person's solution. What you may be upset about is what someone else may be happy about. You see what I mean? So the most important thing in life that we must know, that we're only having a limited experience, and we're getting older, we're not getting any younger. Because if you sleep on the average of 8 hours a day, the time when you reach the age 30, you would have slept 10 years of your life away. 10 years of your life that you would have slept away. And you was only conscious for 20 years of it. And I've mentioned this to people, you must be conscious of that. Because when you're 30, you sleep an average of 10 years of your life away. 10 years you did unconscious, 20 years of it that you was conscious. Now, when you are 60 years old, you would have slept around 20 years of your life being unconscious. So 20 years you slept that away in your bed in an unconscious state, but you was only conscious for 40 years of it. That's why every 30 years you sleep 10 years of your life away. That's why when you reach the age of 90 years old, what if I told you that you was asleep for 30 years in your bed, but you was only conscious for 60 years of it? And that's one thing that people must realize. We're not here forever. If I look at my age and wonder how much years I slept away in my bed, what could I have done with those years I slept away? What could I have done with those years? So this is why you must focus what matters. Every day when you wake up, that minute that goes ain't coming back. The hour that goes is not coming back. That month, that year ain't coming back. Even the second's not coming back. That's why when I look at myself, the moment I start to see grey hairs come through, I can't go back to the days where I could go and say my hairs are all black. I can't go back to the days where I can say I feel youthful, I feel strong. Because as we get older, we're starting to get weaker, we're starting to slow down. So that's why in this life you must focus on what really truly matters. When you think about arguments, do arguments really matter? In the end of the day, I see it like this. Arguments, they're like time robbers. They just rob your time. It doesn't do nothing no good for you. When you focus on things that are negative, these are the time robbers. Don't be the time giver. Don't give your time away from yourself, because that's what they want. So, your filter system, set your filter system to agree with the things that you want. Because your filter system is no different from a search engine when you're looking for a new car, or you're looking for a new house, or a new bike to buy, or new clothes to buy. This filter system within us, once you set your filter system to agree with what you want it to agree with, it will search for that. It will search for that. No difference from a search engine. So we must make sure that a filter system is set in a way where it lets in positivity, it lets in love, it lets in joy, it lets these things in. Unfortunately, what a lot of people are not aware of in society, that is their filter system is set to agree with everything negative. That's why when they come out of the house and outside, all they see is everything that is negative and nothing positive. And people who knows about that intentionally aims for that filter system, and they put these things out here. That's why you must know how to set your filter system to agree with the thing that is positive, not negative. Of course, everything swings like a pendulum. You have to experience the two sides of things. However, when they're in your experience, from that moment you should be able to know which one should I stick with? What is good for me? Misery is no good for you. It's no good for you. Sadness, hatred is not good for you. It makes you release adrenaline, chemicals that destroys the body. When you're joyful, you say that you want to live. When you're miserable, you're saying that you want to die. So it's all about learning how to be joyful, learn how to be good, be strong. Learn how to enjoy life, because when that time comes, that's it. Like, we ain't gonna be able to do what we used to do. That's why the problem is right now. A lot of people are confused. A lot of people are not conscious or aware of the truths of how things are. A lot of people are just on media pushing out all type of agendas and all type of beliefs and concepts, and unfortunately these influencers gains followings, and because they're not conscious of themselves and what they're talking about, those who follow them eventually gets poisoned with them. So you end up with what you have right now. So it's all about learning how to enjoy your life and be able to do the things that you need to do. This is why I stay away from television, I stay away from social media, because a lot of that content, it poisons your mind. It makes you feel negative, makes you feel bad, makes you feel angry. That's the thing that social media and all these things make you feel. If you're going on social media, is to set it in a way where you're looking for the positive stuff, filter out the negative. Negative is not good for you. Certain music that you may listen to will align you onto a certain frequency where you start feeling negative and feeling bad, what does you no good. So the main thing is to learn how to enjoy life. This what we've seen here is only here for a certain period of time, and once you reach that type of age, what can you really do? So let's say I look at this video 20 years from now or longer, and I'm like, oh my God, what's that me as a young man? I goes, wow, time flew past. Because one thing you have to understand, time waits for no one. The time's always ticking. So you must be that person who knows how to truly take life seriously, because really and truly, if you invest your time in a place where it doesn't matter, right? When that time comes, you're gonna wonder, where did I invest all that time? This is why you must learn how to always be in a state of observation. You must learn how to observe. You must be in the present. Observe everything around you. Look at the things that you do. Look at the things that you think. The way how you feel. It's to observe yourself and the world around you and be like, hold on a second. I need to make a change. I need to do the things that is better for me. Because what happens is, if you end up in that state where you are just there, you're not your body's in the present, but your mind's stuck in the past or stuck in the future, and you're worrying about all type of stuff, before you realize it, your life was done. And you're like, hold on a second, I didn't even remember when my life even begun. So that's why when I come out here, I pay attention to everything around me. I can hear the sounds of the birds. I can hear the sound of how the air is hitting the trees, has blown across the grass. You can hear the birds flying. You hear them chirping. You can hear the goalposts rattling. You hear people talking in the distance. I can hear my own footsteps. I can see the clouds moving slowly. I can see the sun. I hear myself breathing. I can feel each part of my muscles, moving in my legs, moving in my hands. You can feel that little bit of the creaking feeling that you feel when you slowly move in your hands. This is such a wonderful experience. Why make it a hellish experience if it could be a wonderful experience? Just simply be here in the now. Be here with me. Simply be here. Do not slip to the past or the future. Simply just here with me. Just be here. Just be present. Just be present in this moment. Just be present in this moment. Be here in the now. Because this is where you are all the time. You're not in the past, you're not in the future. You're always here. Right here in the now, in the present. Everything happens in the now. Everything happens here. I am conscious of my breath. Even the reverberation of my breath, I'm conscious of. I'm conscious how my arm is bouncing as I'm walking. I'm conscious of those little sounds I'm hearing when I'm walking. I'm conscious of that click I just heard in my neck when I turned my neck. I'm conscious of the zip that I'm hearing making noise on my jacket. I'm conscious of the plane that is flying. Everything in this life reports back to consciousness. If you had no consciousness, there is nothing for anything to report back to. Consciousness is the thing that was there before everything. Before you open your eyes, consciousness was there. Before you was able to hear, consciousness was there. Before you was able to smell, consciousness was there. Before you was able to taste, consciousness was there. Before you was even able to feel, consciousness was there. Consciousness is your true identity. It was there before the ego. We need to learn how to be with life, flow with life. The only problem is human beings came out of the natural flow of life. Everything you see on this planet is in tune with life. They naturally do what they were designed to do. Except for human beings bailed out of it. And now they're trying to answer. Sir, what are we all about? Now human beings wants to know. Who are we? What are we? Why are we here? If human beings was in tune with life, they would have known the answer. You see, if you look at a daisy, even a daisy If you pay enough attention to it, it will know when it's going to rain. If you just pay enough attention to the flowers, to the birds, animals, everything around you, they have this awareness when they know when something's going to happen. Going back to the daisy, if you pay enough attention to a daisy, you'll see the petals starts to close up because it knows that it's going to rain. It's not guessing. It has that awareness, that knowing, yes, it's going to rain today. It closes up. Once the rain clears up, the petals naturally opens back up again. In this life, learn how to live joyfully. Learn how to live your life properly. Do not invest it into the wrong things. Invest it into the right things. Unfortunately, a lot of human beings don't know this, so they end up wasting the whole life. And then ask this one question: where did life go? Be conscious. Be aware you're only here for a limited period of time. Learn how to enjoy it. Don't get caught up with people who like to talk too much. Especially when half the things they're saying is not even relevant. Anything you want to do in this life, go silent and just do it. Just take action. Don't talk about it, be about it. People love to talk too much. All they'll do is keep on talking. As I said before, what you focus on expands. If you talk, all you're going to do is keep on talking. If you walk, all you're going to do is keep on walking. If you know people have certain habits, have yourself a certain separation distance from them. Go silent and shock the whole world with results. Only action speaks. Talk is cheap. Talk won't get you nowhere. Do what you must do. This life is like a one-time trial. You mess it up and you're finished. Do things in the right way. Do things that serves you well. Once that time comes, that's it. It's all over. This life that we live in is incredible. Don't waste it. Live your life well. Live it properly. Before I wrap this up, life is your making. Make it wherever you want to make it. If you regret life, that's because you didn't do things right. If you don't regret life,
You definitely did it right.